Okay, hello everyone, hello. Before we starting lesson number 9, I want to ask you what you think about the coronavirus. What do you think about the coronavirus? Do you think there is an instant handling for that virus? Do you think that there is an instant handling other than quarantine? Something that can be done instantly. So there is a handling, and all those conspiracy theories that may be right and maybe not right. One thing for sure, what do you know about all those theories? It's 5G, is that. What do you think? What do you know about all those theories? 100%. What do you know about them? How do you know if it's lie or true? They are all nonsense, not because they are right or wrong, but because they don't solve the problem. And if they don't solve the problem, they may contain some rightness, they may contain some truth in them, but they are a lie. They are not accurate. Why? The only thing that is actually accurate is something that will bring a solution now, not in a week, not in a month, not in 7 weeks, now. If there is not improvement with the solution in view right now, and if the solution do not contain too much distraction, it is a lie. Do you agree with that? Good. So the first thing to know is that if it does not solve the problem, it contains a lie. Okay? So what I'm going to do, what I've been doing actually for the past 5 days, other than doing my normal work, I created a whole course that will handle the virus totally, 100%, no questions. And it is something really powerful, fascinating, unbelievable. It will be composed of 2 things. The first will be the bulletproofing, and the second one will be life success pack. I've been working on that for 5 days straight, like 100%. Yes, it is like unbelievable. I have so much, like I really got all the data. So you will see here what I've done. I took each country, the number of cases, deaths, percentage, what is the population, what is the death rate in percentage, which is like tiny, minute. What is the percentage of total cases from the population? What is the rank? Which country has the most? How many people die from accident? How many, etc., 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 etc. I took all of this thing and then I put it in as a summary. So today, by today, there is 65.49 people that die per day. This is how many people die per day. From HIV, there is 41 million people that get affected by year. So per day, you've got 114,000 people get affected. And how many people die from HIV per day? 2,000. So where's the news? You understand? It's like unbelievable. And when you go down and figure out everything and how it works and why it works and all the affecting, all the other things that affecting those diseases, like what's the condition of the person, what they eat, etc., etc., etc. It's all in this massive Excel. You actually get to the why. It points you to the why, and the why is so obvious once you see that. It's like unbelievable. Now, if you will look at other major diseases that happen in the past, you look at the Black Plague, you look at the Spanish flu, you look at similar things, they give you the answer of what happened and what actually happened. Really, once you understand everything, you will see that there is a way to handle it, and the way is really not what people promote. It's not washing your hands. This is not the handling. It's not washing your hand. It's not being in quarantine. It's not being in a distance from each other. This is a fear viewpoint, and a fear viewpoint will never, ever bring a result. Do you know how many mentions the SARS got over the media from the beginning of the SARS up to now? Do you know how many mentions in the media the SARS had? It is around 50 million. Don't catch me exactly. Now, the corona has been more than 1 billion times. Do you think someone pushing it? You understand? So, and once you'll understand why it is being done, it's not because Bill Gates wants to sell a few vaccines. It's not because any of those nonsense. It is not the 5G. Anyone that understands anything about electronics will understand that 5G is actually not the problem. It's really not the problem. It's just nonsense. It's not the problem. 5G is the most tested technology in the world. It's been used since before World War II. 5G is a new communication protocol for cell phones that use the band of between something like 5 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz. It hasn't been used because the distance, because the wavelength is so short, the distance is short, and it hasn't been used so far other than for things like radars and so on, microwaves. So people think that it's dangerous, but it's not. It's not the reason. People say it can be weaponized. Really. They really don't understand. They really don't understand what they're talking about. It's not that it cannot be weaponized. It can be, but you need to do a hardware change. Yeah. So it's not. This is not the why. The why is something more basic. And once I will explain to you the why, you will say, wow, of course. This is not the why, because you see, it takes so much time to explain it, and so much videos, and so much generalities, and no one actually says, okay, fine. So if it was 5G, good, show me, calculate to me how much energy goes through the body, 5G versus 4G. Just calculate, show me the calculation. But no one doing it, yes? Listen, the virus, the first thing about this virus that you can look that tells you that something is wrong is that the name of the virus is not a complete name. Do you know what's the real name of the virus? What do you think the name of the coronavirus, the technical virus, the technical name? What do you think the technical name of the coronavirus? COVID-19, yes, but it's not the real name. You know what's the real name that they don't tell you? It's actually called N-COVID-19. Okay, N mean novel, okay, or new, yes. And why? Because these usual viruses get named like the COVID-19 without the N, which means they came through evolution. They changed through evolution. When it is new, it means that something external, something spontaneous happened that is not explained, that brought about the change. And that's what they try to hide. But all of that is really, all this thing, what they try to hide and while it's interesting, it's actually useless because it doesn't bring a result. Take any video you have on 5G on the planet, anyone that talk about them, and tell them to please show you the calculation of the amount of electromagnetic energy that the body being affected. You will understand who is behind it, and it is so clear once you really understand it. It is like, of course, duh. Yes, it is. They're using fear, but why? Why do they want to control more? Because the control will be temporary, yes? So what's the control that they actually want? What is this, and who is they? to shift power from who to who. Let's say to shift power, but from who to who? Why? Stop motion, to control money. How? How to control money? How? Do you understand? It's like, okay, fine. Do you understand? It's like, if you really think about it, control money. How? Because people say, well, to control cash. Yes, but you've got cryptocurrency that is better than cash. So, and it's not controlled. So it's not achieving anything. Yes, it's not really a solution. Why China? Why like that? And why will it start in China? And what good does it make over time? Because in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, it will go away. To screw the economy and make Trump lose. I don't know if it will make Trump lose. No one knows that. And that will be in the seminar. Overpopulation. Okay, let's say it's overpopulation. Okay. So why will you quarantine everyone? You will let everyone die if you want to. If indeed it is the virus and you want to kill people, then why don't you just tell them, no, everything okay, and hide it? To push vaccines. Okay, let's say you want to push vaccines. There's so many things that you can push vaccine for. Why specifically to the corona? And why do you need to create all of this fear for the vaccine? Because people take vaccine for flu. It gets people to suppress themselves voluntarily. Okay, fine. So who does it help? You will be suppressed for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Political control, how? How does it bring political control? Who can tell me, by the way, what is a virus? Do you know what is a virus? What is the word virus? What's the word virus mean? Don't go online and look. Just what do you think in your mind? Piece of information. Okay, so if I read the word on the paper, it's a virus. Something that will mutate cells, but there's many things that will mutate cells. Turn good cells, and not all viruses turn good cells into bad cells. So what's the difference between virus and something else that attack your health? An organism that attack healthy cells, but there are many organisms that attack healthy cells, not only viruses. Organisms that change cells' behavior, but there are many organisms that change cells' behavior for the bad. Do you understand? The very basic thing is, do you know what virus means? Like really the most basic thing. Can you actually say, I know what virus means? I know how to measure it. A little code that makes cells act differently than they should. Virus can't live independently. That's partial answer, yes. Small organisms, smaller than bacteria, that's partial answer. Guys, if you don't have the exact definition of the word virus, do you understand you cannot actually evaluate anything? Do you understand? You cannot evaluate. If you don't know how to measure a virus, how to define the source of energy of the virus, how to define where is the problem, the virus or the cell? Do you know that the virus is never the problem? There's coronavirus all around you for many, many thousands of years. The problem is never the virus. The problem is the cell. The condition of the cell define if you will get sick or not. So if this is you and you are very, very educated and you know that you need to understand words, etc. If you don't have an exact definition of the word virus, how can you actually control the situation? Do you get the idea? This is really fascinating. If you cannot understand 100% where the virus get energy from, what is a virus? What is a cell? This is really fascinating. Okay, good. So all of that will be in the seminars, and the bulletproofing seminar. Yes. How do I improve my business right now? Exactly. That's the question. What do we do with the business right now that's not coming? No one coming into anyone. How people are going to survive when they cannot survive without income for 1 or 2 months? What are you going to do? Okay. So that's all part of that series of webinars or series of seminars that I'm going to do in regards to the corona, all of it. What's the step exactly? Business-wise, spiritual-wise, physical-wise. What do you do to bulletproof yourself in all aspects of life? Not only that you will be healthy, because you can be healthy and dead because you are you bankrupt. Okay, thank you for listening. I will be delivering a series of webinars that will bulletproof you against the coronavirus, but not only in terms of your body condition or the risk of infection, but also how do you handle the environment? How do you handle your friends? How do you handle your business? How do you handle your income? What do you do with money? What do you do with the fear that has been created? What do you do with the hysteria that basically paralyzing everyone? I will teach you all that in those series of webinars. It will change your life, and it will put you back at cause over life. All you have to do is find the link, register, and show up, and you will see it will be the most effective and the most remunerative action you ever done. Thank you very much. Meir Ezra from Heaven, Cape Town. Bye-bye.